Hey guys, it's Ethan Horn of the Godly Dragon, and I have another episode of story time for you guys. The pilot episode was when I read my crossover fanfiction of Calvin and Hobbes and Narnia that I wrote in 6th grade. The past couple weeks, I started reading another book series called Wings of Fire, which is a series of books made for pre-teenagers with dragons as main characters. As I'm recording this, I have read the first 5 books and Legends Darkstalker. I got so obsessed with this series that I thought to myself, if I read these in 6th grade, what kind of crossover story would I have written since I also love Calvin and Hobbes? The end result was Calvin and Hobbes meet the Dragonets of Destiny, a crossover of the 2 franchises. If you like one or both of these franchises, you'll probably really enjoy this story. Otherwise, you might get lost. So, this will be like listening to an audiobook. If you want to follow along, the links to my story will be in the description. With that said, let's begin. Calvin and Hobbes meet the Dragonets of Destiny, a crossover based on the Calvin and Hobbes comics by Bill Watterson and the Wings of Fire novels by Tui T. Sutherland. Chapter 1, The Book Report. 6 hours of boring school was over, but Calvin was in a sour mood. Miss Wormwood had given him a book report to do and he scowled angrily about it. Wonderful. Another week of fun down the drain. Miss Wormwood is out to get me. I've never finished a book in my life. As he got to his doorstep, he remembered something. Uh-oh. Hobbes is gonna pounce on me as soon as I say I'm home, and he knows every trick I've pulled on him, Calvin sighed. He decided to just brace for the inevitable, and shouted, "I'm home!" Like a shotgun bullet, Hobbes pounced on Calvin and then landed in the dirt, making them all dirty. "Hobbes, can you not pounce on me when I'm home from school for just once?" "I can't help it, it's instinct," said Hobbes. "Here comes another bath, just a cherry on top of a horrible day," scowled Calvin some more as he went inside with Hobbes. "Hi Calvin, have a good day at school?" asked Mom. "As if! Miss Wormwood is out to get me. She assigned us with a 2-page book report due this Friday," Calvin shouted. "Well, why don't you try to make it fun? Reading can be fun, you know. I mean, your dad told me you've read every dinosaur book there is. How is choosing a book to read for a book report any less fun?" Mom tried to explain. "Grown-ups don't know anything about fun," Calvin retorted. "Well, how about your friend Susie? She's in the same grade as you and she loves to read. In fact, she's letting me borrow one of her books for you to read. Maybe you'll enjoy it too." "Mom, Susie's a girl. Girls think anything mundane is exciting," Calvin again retorted. Mom shrugged and said, "Well, Susie's book is called Wings of Fire, and look at this, it has a dragon on the cover. Doesn't it look exciting?" Calvin took a look at the front and back of the book. He'd be lying if he said the dragon on the cover wasn't cool, but he refused to admit it. He had better things he wanted to do than just sit and read a book all day for a report. "No way, Mom, it looks so dopey." "Well, it doesn't matter, Calvin. That book report of yours needs to get done, one way or another. At least give the book a chance. I don't feel like going out of my way to the library to get you a different one. I'm fixing dinner," Mom said. "But Mom..." "Go read, Calvin, now. No TV or going outside until your book report is done," commanded Mom. Calvin reluctantly obliged, growling the whole way up to his room, taking Hobbes with him. Chapter 2, The Book Transporter. Calvin paced around his room angrily. "This stinks. Mom won't let us watch TV or go outside until this book report is done. That means no playing for a whole week unless I do this. And if I get a bad grade from Miss Wormwood, Mom or Dad will flay me alive." "What a rough life you must lead," said Hobbes sarcastically. "Well, I'm not just going to do what Mom and Dad say. Hobbes, why don't you read the book for me and tell me what the book was about? I'll bring you up some salmon later. That is, if we're having salmon for dinner." Hobbes would look at the cover of the book. "Well, gee, Calvin, this looks like an exciting book. I mean, it's a dragon book, but dinosaurs are similar, right?" Hobbes said optimistically. "Yeah, but there's better things we could be doing than reading a book all day, so I want you to read it," demanded Calvin. "One problem, Calvin. Remember when you had me read a library book that your mom got for you? And when you had me read it, you all of a sudden wanted to read over my shoulder? Why don't you just read the book and get it over with? Suggested Hobbes. Calvin sighed in deep thought. Then he remembered something. Wait a minute, Hobbes. I just remembered an invention I have that will help us not have to read the book. Oh no, you're not going to time travel to your future self in 2 hours, are you? Remember how much that backfired? Hobbes groaned. No, even better, Calvin said, dragging out a cardboard box that said Book Transporter. Hobbes, remember when we used this invention to meet the Baudelaire orphans? We can use this to go into the Wings of Fire book and then write about our adventure. Maybe then Miss Wormwood will give me a good grade. Oog, I don't think I can handle that trip through the wormhole. Hobbes felt queasy thinking about it. Oh, stop being a sissy. Besides, you'll miss out on yummy snacks if you don't come, said Calvin as he packed his snack supply, comic books, dart gun, stupendous man outfit, and water balloon supply. Oh, okay, I'll come. That is, as long as they're good snacks, said Hobbes as he stepped into the box. Off we go. Next stop, Calvin opened the book. The land of Peria. Calvin pushed the button and off they went. They were sucked inside the book. Next thing they knew, they were flying down Peria's atmosphere, the cardboard box crashing in front of the home of the Dragonets of Destiny. Chapter 3. Meeting the Dragonets. Guys, we're supposed to be studying history, mumbled the Nightwing. But I'm hungry. All I can think about is cows. Cows, dreamed the Mudwing. Ugh, Clay and his cows. Sure, let's slack off and hunt for cows instead of what we're supposed to be doing, snorted a Wing. Oh, stop being mean. Do you think any of us want to be doing this right now? Asked the Sandwing. Guys, I have an idea. Let's act out history like a play. Maybe that'll be fun for all of us, said a Sea-Wing. Not again, Tsunami. We should take this seriously, sighed the Nightwing. Calvin and Hobbes could hear the bickering from where they were. Hey, Calvin, you don't suppose there's dragons in that cave, do you? Asked Hobbes. Well, this is the dragon book, Hobbes. But hey, we've faced worse, like dinosaurs, Calvin said confidently as he got out of the box of Hobbes, going inside the Dragonet's home. Eek! A scavenger! The Sandwing cried. Sonny, there are no scavengers here. Wait, what's that? Shouted the Rainwing. A scavenger? Where? The Mudwing said, startled. Guys, relax. He hasn't attacked us, said the Nightwing, staring at Calvin curiously. Not yet, that is, Tsunami the Sea-Wing said, baring her teeth. Scavenger? That's a low blow. I thought I called Susie awful names, said Calvin. But you are a... Oh, forget it, the Rainwing shut her jaw. Hobbes would step to the 5 Dragonets. If I may, my name is Hobbes. I'm a tiger and Calvin's best friend. Calvin is what's called a human where we come from. And you are? Human? You say funny words, Tiger, said the Nightwing. Allow me, said the Mudwing. I'm Clay, the Sea-Wing is Tsunami, the Rainwing is Glory, the Nightwing is Starflight, and the Sandwing is Sunny. They're my best friends. Do you like cows? I love cows. Cows? Ew, I would never eat a cow, barked Calvin. What about that hamburger you had at that restaurant when we went out for your mom's birthday? Reminded Hobbes. Hobbes, what are you talking about? What about it? Asked Calvin. I'm just saying. You ate a cow, answered Hobbes. Calvin made a face like he was gonna hurl. You guys have cows where you're from? Where are you from anyway? Asked Clay. A big purple country on Earth. Where I live is at the letter E in the word states, answered Calvin. More funny words, groaned Starflight. Even his brain hurt. Earth? Never heard of it. Otherwise Starflight, aka Mr. Walking Library here, would have told us such, Glory said skeptically. Exactly, muttered Starflight. But, I suppose world hopping is implausible, but not impossible. Is Earth filled with scavengers like you? There he goes again, groaned Glory. Humans, yeah. I came here to get away from them for a while. Especially my parents, this girl from school named Susie, and this evil sadistic babysitter named Rosalind, answered Calvin. Just like how we all want to get away from Kestrel. Someday, Sunny sighed. Sunny wants us to have a destiny. Supposedly, we're 5 Dragonets that are part of a prophecy, explained Tsunami. Prophecy? What prophecy? Asked Calvin, intrigued for once. Allow me. It goes like this, Starflight said, clearing his throat. When the war has lasted 20 years, the Dragonets will come. When the land is soaked in blood and tears, the Dragonets will come. Find a sea-wing egg of deepest blue. Wings of night shall come to you. The largest egg in mountain high will give to you the wings of sky. For wings of earth search through the mud for an egg the color of dragon blood. And hidden alone from the rival queens, the sand-winged egg awaits unseen. Of 3 queens who blister and blaze and burn, 2 shall die and 1 shall learn. If she bows to a fate that is stronger and higher, she'll have the power of wings of fire. 5 eggs to hatch on brightest night, 5 dragons born to end the fight. Darkness will rise to bring the light. The Dragonets are coming. Sounds pretty cut and dry for a prophecy, stated Hobbes. It's really important. Don't make me turn you into a rug, Tsunami hissed again. Yeah, Hobbes, we shouldn't mess with these dragons. Remember the time we tangled with dinosaurs? Reminded Calvin. Starflight groaned at the word dinosaur, not liking funny words. Oh, you'd better stop saying funny words. It'll make Starflight's brain explode, laughed Glory. You're sarcastic. I like that, grinned Calvin. Oh, it's nothing. It's what I do best, Glory said proudly. Then the stomping of a red dragon interrupted their conversation. What are you Dragonets blabbering about? You're supposed to be doing your studies. Oh no, Clay gulped. What's the matter? Calvin asked, a little nervous himself. It's Kestrel, muttered Clay. Chapter 4. Calvin vs. Kestrel. What is this scavenger doing in the den? Where'd it come from? Why does everyone call me a scavenger? Oh well, doesn't matter. This dragon is as bossy as Rosalind, thought Calvin. Well! It just wandered in here, Kestrel. Honest, Clay said, trembling. Well, get it out of here. You Dragonets are distracted enough as it is. If you don't, I will, Kestrel ordered. Claws off, bossy lady dragon. I just got here, Calvin protested. Too bad, scavenger. I guess we're going to do this the hard way, Kestrel roared. At this, Calvin began to imagine himself as Spaceman Spiff as he opened up his water balloon supply. Our hero is cornered by a massive red winged lizard, and it is an ugly one. It wants to toss him off this planet, but not if he has anything to say about it. His Death Ray Blaster will not work on this alien. He has only one choice, his bomb supply. Spiff runs towards the alien and heaves 2 bombs. Pap, pap, went each water balloon against both of Kestrel's wings as she was using both wings to shield herself. However, this made her wings all soggy and she was very angry. Ah! This water is so cold and it stung! What is this? They're water balloons, you stupid lady dragon, Calvin retorted. What a strange name for this invention of yours, but it doesn't matter, Kestrel snorted, glaring. When I can drive you out of this den, you're gonna get it. Then she looked up at the Dragonets. As for you 5, since you did not do as I asked and allowed this scavenger to attack me, that means no cows for dinner. I'm going to dry off, grumbled Kestrel as she stomped away. Nice going, snorted Glory. I thought I was aggressive. What'd you have to go and do that for? Tsunami asked. She was asking for it, growled Calvin. Retaliation wasn't worth it, Sunny whimpered. I agree with Sunny. I think that was out of line and now we're gonna starve. No yummy cows, Clay whimpered as well. I'm more curious about this Spaceman Spiff you mumbled about, said Starflight curiously. Oh, that's just some character I'd like to add out for a story I'm writing, said Calvin unconvincingly. Uh-huh, nodded Starflight. I'm so hungry. There's no way I can go a night without dinner, Hobbes clutched his tummy. I can't either. What are we gonna do? Panicked Clay. Calvin thought deeply, then grinned when he had an idea. Only one thing to do. We sneak out. I sneak out of my parents' house all the time. Are you nuts? Barked Tsunami. This is Kestrel and the towns of peace we are talking about. Yeah, we can't escape just like that. They'll catch us, Sunny trembled. Oh sure, let's just tiptoe out of the den. Kestrel will never notice we left, Glory said sarcastically. Look guys, maybe we'll be grounded afterwards, but it's either we find a way out of here or we starve. What sounds preferable to you? Calvin challenged. I mean, yeah, I'm not gonna argue with the scavenger. I'm hungry too, said Starflight. Can you call me Calvin for once, please? Calvin thought. Maybe tiptoeing isn't such a bad idea. We've never tried it, Clay thought. Fine. This had better work, scavenger. Glory got up with the I'm watching you gesture. Boy, she's sarcastic, but boy do I like her, Calvin thought once more. Chapter 5. Scarlet Kidnapping. How did I end up in this situation where I have to escort 5 reptiles out of their prison? I'll get to that later. My name's Bullet. Tracer Bullet. I'm a private eye. We had to tiptoe very quietly to escape the jail that these poor reptiles were held in. They were starving and needed food fast. I hope someday I'll get to the bottom of how these reptiles were locked up with no food. What are you babbling about? Asked Glory. Oh, just monologuing, said Calvin. Is this another one of your story characters? Asked Starflight. Yeah, it is, answered Calvin. I wish I brought the hat, Calvin thought. Tiptoeing felt like a long and agonizing journey to Calvin, but soon they were out of the den and free to roam. Calvin got to see for himself the beautiful landscape of Puria. Wow, it's beautiful. Sure beats my backyard, complimented Calvin. Hobbes' stomach growled loudly, which startled Sunny. Ah! Monster! No, that was my tummy. Wow, I'm hungry. There's gotta be something to eat. Hobbes looked around. Hey Hobbes, wanna go hunting with me? Let's go find some cow, Clay requested excitedly. Ugh, it's always cows with Clay, Glory shook her head. Sure, I guess, but normally I eat tuna, Hobbes shrugged, going with Clay as Calvin and the other Dragonets would look for something else to eat. Clay spotted a few cows. Hey Hobbes, if you can get one of those cows, you can have the first one, offered Clay. Well, gee, that's generous, but I don't want to eat it raw, said Hobbes. Not to worry, I'll heat it up for you after you take it down, offered Clay again. Okay, sure, Hobbes said, crouching for a pounce. At the right moment, Hobbes sprung, sinking his claws into a nice meaty cow. I got it, Hobbes called out to Clay. Wow, you got it. Now let me heat that up for you, Clay said as he inhaled deeply, breathing a stream of flames over the cow, cooking it rare. Let's eat, Hobbes. We're gonna have a good dinner tonight. Hobbes had a serving of cow. This is good. I can see why this is the only meal that Calvin would eat. That is, until he found out it was cow, Hobbes chuckled. Scavengers are silly. What difference does that make? I love cows, Clay said as he ate his serving. After they were done, they met back up with Calvin and the other Dragonets, who had eaten fish from the pond. Okay, we're fed. Can we go back before Kestrel finds out we're gone? Requested Tsunami. If she hasn't already, Sunny trembled. Nah, let's stay out here forever. Of course we gotta go back to Kestrel, Glory barked sarcastically. But then let's go back. We're well fed, so there's no more reason to be out here, Starflight agreed. They turned around to go back, but they heard the beating of wings and then the thud of another dragon landing. It was hard to make out who it was until she spoke. Oh ho ho, 5 runaway Dragonets. Oh, and they have a scavenger with them and a striped beast. How adorable. Queen Scarlet, Clay gasped in fear. Another bossy dragon lady, and it's orange, Calvin muttered. Bossy dragon lady? Never heard that one before. You're adorable, Scarlet laughed. Don't touch our scavenger friend, Tsunami hissed at Scarlet. Tsunami, do you realize who you're talking to? That's Queen of the Skywings. Sure, let's attack her without a plan, Glory said sarcastically. Smart Dragonet, Scarlet chuckled. She reminds me of Miss Wormwood, but worse, Calvin gulped. Look, we were just leaving. We needed to get home before Kestrel notices we're gone, Starflight muttered. Is that so? Well, won't Kestrel be devastated to see one of her precious Dragonets she was guarding didn't come home? Oh, and this striped beast will make us nice striped rug when I'm through with it too, Scarlet roared. With that, she grabbed the necks of Hobbes and Clay, lifting them up. Put me down, Clay scorned fearfully. Hobbes also choked in Scarlet's grip. Hey, put Hobbes down, he's my best friend, Calvin cried out. Or what? What can a scavenger like you do? I'll burn you up if you even get close. For your sake, you should stay back, Scarlet hissed. Calvin, why don't you use your water balloon on Scarlet? Tsunami suggested. Oh, finally she calls me by my name, Calvin thought. My supply is limited, and I might hit Hobbes. There's nothing worse than a wet tiger. He'll claw all of us up. Oh, so your best friend is an aggressive one, isn't he? He'll make great entertainment in my arena. So will this mudwing. I said, let him go! Calvin charged and punched Scarlet's leg, but it hurt his knuckles, making him cry out in pain. Foolish scavenger, you can't hurt me. I don't have time to play with a weak scavenger like you. My guests need their entertainment. Goodbye. And with that, Scarlet flew away with Clay and Hobbes, both of them crying for help. Clay! The other 4 Dragonets cried out. Hobbes, Calvin grunted. Don't worry, buddy. I'll save you. Chapter 6. Scarlets Bargain. We gotta save Clay, Sunny cried out. I agree, but how? We gotta think here, said Starflight. We storm her arena, that's what. We can't let her send them into battle. They could die, Tsunami panicked. Oh sure, let's just storm in, that'll work. We need a plan for crying out loud, Glory barked. I'll do whatever it takes, I just want Hobbes back. I don't know what I'll do without him, Calvin closed his eyes, sighing. Maybe we can negotiate. We've just got to do something, Sunny suggested. Oh sure, let's just waltz in and bargain with the Queen of the Skywings. Are you out of your mind? Glory shouted. Negotiation sounds good to me. I don't have any other ideas. We gotta try, Starflight suggested. Glory made an exasperated sigh. Fine, we'll try Sunny's idea. Can I ride on your back, Glory? You're cool, said Calvin. Well, that's flattering of you, Scavenger. Sure, get on, Glory leaned down. Please call me Calvin, he said as he got on her. Okay, everyone, let's go, Glory commanding. She and the remaining 4 Dragonets took off, Calvin holding on tightly. They landed at Scarlet's arena. 2 Skywing guards guarded the entrance. It's heavily guarded. How will we get in? Asked Calvin. Let me do the talking, Tsunami said, walking up to the guards. Hey, we request an audience with the Queen. The guards just snorted at her. Go get lost, Dragonets. I highly doubt the Queen wants to see you. The competition is about to start. Listen, we want to help the Queen. We want to talk to her about considering some more interesting opponents. You don't want her arena show to be boring, do you? She'll be furious if it's boring. Tsunami spoke so persuasively that the guards looked at each other and looked back at Tsunami. Only to negotiate with the Queen? Correct, Tsunami bowed to the guards. Very well, but no funny business, the guards said as they both granted entrance. Well, that was easy, Glory grumbled. Hey now, Tsunami has really good persuasion skills, noted Starflight as they went to Scarlet's throne, the guards escorting them all the way. Scarlet would scowl upon seeing Calvin and the Dragonets. You've got some nerve coming here. They have come to negotiate. Let them speak, said one of the guards. Calvin went up to Scarlet. Let Hobbes go. I don't care if I have to fight you or whatever other dragon you'll send my way to get Hobbes back. He's my best friend in the whole wide world. I would give my life to save him. How noble, a guard started sobbing. Bah, scare me to theatrics, Scavenger. Your striped beast is as good as mine. Then all of a sudden she grinned, having an awful idea. Of course, I love bargains. Spit it out, I want my tiger back, Calvin demanded. You see, I've never had a scavenger in my arena before. I think the audience would find it very entertaining to see if a scavenger can best one of my own dragons, Scarlet pondered. Well, Calvin bellowed impatiently. Boy, impatient little scavenger, aren't you? Okay. Here is my bargain. Slay Peril, my champion, and I will let your tiger and the Mudwing go. But if you fail, they're as good as mine. Not that you'll be alive to see me continue to hold him hostage, Scarlet laughed evilly. Calvin, don't do it. There's got to be another way, Glory warned. Finally, she says my name, Calvin thought. This is the only way. I have to get my tiger back. You'll get killed! Don't do this, Sonny cried. I can't live without Hobbes. You wouldn't understand, Calvin said, going up to Scarlet. I accept your bargain. I will fight for them. Brave for a scavenger. This will be entertaining. Very well, Scarlet said, presenting her claw in which Calvin would shake. No! Sonny cried. This is reckless, Calvin. I'm warning you, Glory muttered. Would this be a fair fight? Shouldn't Calvin get a weapon? Tsunami piped up. Very well. That would make it more entertaining too, now wouldn't it? Scarlet said, picking up a sword on the ground and giving it to Calvin. Here, I was using that to pick out food stuck in my teeth, but you can have it for this battle. This was between your teeth? Ew! I thought Miss Wormwood was disguising for smoking and drinking Maylock straight from the bottle. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. At least you have something, Starflight said to Calvin. Come to the stage. Peril will greet you there. Scarlet chuckled menacingly. Calvin followed. Let's rumble, Calvin muttered. Please, be careful, Sonny worried. Chapter 7. Hobbes and Clay. Clay? Clay? Clay! What? Clay woke from his nap to look at Hobbes. He and Hobbes were both chained up outside. Clay, I'm scared, Hobbes trembled. I know, Hobbes. Me too, Clay sighed. Do you think your friend Calvin is going to rescue us? Would he even survive? I hope so. I mean, we've taken on bed monsters, attempted a trip to the Yukon, went to Mars, fought off snow goons, and had encounters with aliens, but we've never experienced anything like this, sighed Hobbes. Cheer up, pal. You should have faith in your best friend. Perhaps those dragons shouldn't underestimate a scavenger. Boy, this place is boring, though. Maybe think about something else. Think about cows. Cows. Thinking about cows won't bring Calvin here any faster, Hobbes sighed. I was just saying, trying to get your mind off it, Clay said. He fidgeted with the ropes that were tied to his shackles. When he plucked them, they seemed to make different musical notes. Hey Hobbes, look, I can make music. As a matter of fact, Clay would pluck the strings in a certain order to create a song. Other prisoners would start singing a song. Oh, the Dragonets are coming. They're coming to save the day. They're coming to fight for they know what's right. Oh, the Dragonets are coming. They're coming to save the day. They're coming to fight for they know what's right. The Dragonets, the Dragonets. Stop that right now, roared the prison guard, or I'll send Scarlet to toss you into the arena. That made Clay sink and whimper. Yes, sir, he sighed. That was a beautiful moment. If there weren't guards around, I'd play a song too, Hobbes smiled. Thanks, Hobbes, Clay smiled. Clay and Hobbes looked off into the distance, where the stage was. Calvin, please be okay, they whispered simultaneously. Chapter 8. Calvin versus Peril. This is it, Calvin. It's now or never, he said to himself as he was escorted into the arena, his sword at the ready. Prior to entering, he dressed up in his Stupendous Man outfit. He figured if Calvin couldn't save the day, Stupendous Man would be brave enough. His imagination was his only comfort as he was about to face his opponent. Soon enough, his opponent, Peril, entered the ring. The audience roared with excitement, eager for a bloody battle. Kill it, kill it, kill it! Eat it, eat it, eat it! Stomp it, stomp it, stomp it! Fry it, fry it, fry it! How encouraging, Calvin gulped nervously. Peril shook her head upon seeing Calvin. Scarlet sent a scavenger to fight me? Pah! What an insult! She's Susie but brattier, Calvin thought. I'm Stupendous Man! I'm here to save the friends of mild-mannered Calvin. Oh no, it monologues, Peril mumbled under her breath. Listen, scavenger, I don't play imaginary pretend games. This is a fight! I agree. Have at you fire lizard with attitude, Calvin said, charging at her with the sword. Peril then breathed a stream of fire at Calvin. Ack! Calvin had no choice but to roll away from the flames. However, his Stupendous Man outfit caught on fire. He had no choice but to throw it off of himself, and he did not have time to stomp it out. Pathetic scavenger. What else have you got? Peril taunted. This isn't over yet. I'm still standing, Calvin said as he stupidly charged at her once more. With a roll of her eyes, she just tail-whipped poor Calvin into an arena wall. For Calvin, however, he got bruises as he hit the wall and slid down. He groaned, struggling to get up. Boo! This is boring and too easy, the crowd shouted. I agree, Peril muttered to the crowd. Man, even if I killed a scavenger, Scarlet will be unhappy about the boring show. What was she thinking? I'm not done, Calvin said, wobbling as he got up. Then, surprisingly to him, he heard Peril whisper something to him. Stop. What? You're not gonna eat me or something? Calvin whispered back. Just eat him! The crowd demanded. No, that'd be boring and too easy. That's not what Scarlet wants. We gotta get out of here. Both of us. I'm tired of being champion. But I thought Calvin was about to speak when Peril shushed him. No time. We need a way out. You got fake blood? Peril asked. I've got ketchup. They were going to be for the hot dogs as a snack, said Calvin. Okay. I'll fake bite and fake slash you. You squirt the ketchup all over you and act like you're dying, Peril commanded. Got it, Calvin grunted, squeezing the ketchup packs so hard that they exploded, making a mess all over him. Peril fake slashed and fake bit in response. Ah, I'm dying! She's eating me! No! Calvin theatrically cried out. After Peril was done faking it, he slumped there looking like he was dead. Meet me at the prison. We'll free your friends, she whispered, then bowed to the cheering crowd that was going crazy for her. Scarlet then grinned as what she thought was a dead Calvin was laying there. Excellent. What a show. Now Clay and that striped beast will be forever mine. Chapter 9. Escape from Scarlet's Prison. Oh good, you're here, Peril said as Calvin arrived at the outdoor prison where Clay and Hobbes were held. Yeah, I see Clay and Hobbes up there. How do we get past the guards? Let me try. Peril cleared her throat as she went up to them. I'm the arena champion. I demand the keys to the prison. Get lost. It doesn't matter if you are the champion. We have orders from Scarlet not to let the prisoners go, said one Skywing guard. That didn't work, Peril whispered. Got any ideas, scavenger? Yeah, I have an idea, but call me Calvin, Calvin said as he went up to the guards. Hey guards, nice armor. You look like Iron Man or Iron Dragons in that case. Is that all you came to tell us? Get lost, scavenger. We don't have time for flattery. No, that's not all. Who are your mothers? I bet your mama's so fat that when an orca whale swam up to her, it's saying, we are family even though you're fatter than me. Ha 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 ha! Oh, that's not cool, but it's working. I hope, Peril thought. Don't talk about my mother that way. She's a beautiful and strong dragon, the guard growled. One more. Your mom was so fat that when she fell, no one was laughing, but the ground was cracking up. Ha 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 ha! Stop it, scavenger, right now. The guard growled even more, about to crack. One more, I promise. Wow, you dragons are so big that you're dragging your stuff around, and it's easy for you guys. Ha 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 ha! Enough! No more jokes! Shut up! The guard roared. So can I have the key to the prison? Requested Calvin. Yes! Take it and go! You're the most annoying scavenger I've ever met. Get out of my sight! Bullseye, whispered Calvin as the keys were handed to him. Well, it worked, but please no more jokes about our mothers. That's not cool, Peril said to Calvin as they went to the prison. Sorry, but like you said, it worked. Calvin dashed to where Hobbes and Clay were held as fast as they could. Calvin, Hobbes cried out, you're here! I could never leave you behind, Hobbes, but I couldn't have done this without my new friend Peril. Peril waved shyly at Hobbes and Clay. Wow, she's gorgeous, thought Clay. So, your names are Calvin and Hobbes, aren't they? Nice names, never heard them before, observed Peril. That's my name, don't wear it out, said Calvin. Calvin used the key to free Hobbes and Clay. Let's get out of here, guys. We gotta get back to the other Dragonets, said Clay. I could not agree more, said Hobbes. You foolish guards! Why did you let them escape? Get them! Scarlet's voice roared. Uh-oh, Hobbes worried. We're in big trouble, worried Calvin as well. Chapter 10. Tragedy Strikes Peril. Just go! Go on, get out of here, urged Peril. Before the guards catch you, we gotta lose them. Running won't suffice. After all, I'm only a scavenger. Is there a way to travel faster? Calvin asked. Get on my back. I'll fly us out, Peril commanded, leaning down. Calvin would get on her back and they'd take off. Clay taking off as well, with Hobbes on his back. Calvin imagined himself as Spaceman Smith once more as they were being chased. Spaceman Smith is being pursued by hostile lizard aliens with wings to rescue other lizards with wings they held prisoner. Will Spaceman Smith deliver these prisoners out alive? They traveled a fair distance, even with the guards chasing after them, but a spear that was hurled at Peril struck her in the wing. She roared in pain as she lost altitude fast, careening to the ground. Ah! Calvin and Peril both cried as they hurtled to the ground. Calvin! Cried Hobbes. Peril! Cried Clay. Clay dove to Peril and Calvin, grabbing them both into a hug, breaking their fall, slowly sending them down. Ow! Ow! Peril sobbed, her wing bleeding really bad from the spear that went straight through her wing membrane. That's gonna leave more than a mark, Calvin thought. Calvin, Hobbes, Clay, Peril grunted. The other 4 Dragonets caught up. It's Calvin and Hobbes, Glory shouted. And Clay, too, shouted Sunny. And some other dragon, Starflight observed. Is that Skywing? Wait, isn't that Scarlet's champion? Tsunami interrogated. We escaped. I got Hobbes back and Clay, too. But my best friend Peril, she's badly hurt. Calvin, there's no time. You've got to get home. The guards will catch up any minute. When they come, they'll take me back. No, I'm not leaving you, Peril. You're my best friend. Other than Hobbes and Glory, of course. Calvin sobbed hard. Just go home. I'll be fine. But before you go, I want to tell you that you are the best scavenger I've ever met. Remember me. I will, Peril, Calvin choked. I will. They're catching up, Sunny gasped. We gotta go, now, Tsunami urged. Yeah, I don't want to get captured again, said Starflight. Nor do I. I'll take Hobbes home. Calvin, ride Glory, Clay suggested. Glory leaned down for Calvin to get on. By the way, Calvin, I hope you don't like that Skywing girl as a friend more than me. Of course not, Calvin lied sheepishly, hoping not to make her jealous. Uh-huh. Now get on, let's go home. Calvin did as told, and so Calvin and Hobbes went back to the Dragonets' den. Chapter 11. Calvin and Hobbes say goodbye. So there you all are! Where have you been? Roared Kestrel as the Dragonets arrived home. Clay, Sunny, and Starflight trembled at Kestrel's booming voice. Kestrel, we were going to starve under your punishment. We snuck out to get food, thinking we could return without you noticing. Then things went awry as we were going to return, Tsunami explained. As in, we have to go on a not-fun rescue mission, Glory added. Stupid Tsunami. Why'd you spill the beans instead of coming up with a different excuse, thought Glory. I don't want to hear it. No more excuses. Because of sneaking out like this, you 5 don't get breakfast tomorrow morning either. We will do more fighting training tomorrow. Go to your rooms. Kestrel stormed off. Home sweet home, sighed Clay. Bossy Lady Dragon strikes again, Calvin whispered to Hobbes. By the way, is there any chance we could stay here with you dragons? You know, have more adventures? Then I can get away from my horrible scavenger family, Calvin asked. Let us think about it, Glory said. The Dragonets huddled in a circle, discussing something privately. Then they came back to Calvin and Hobbes. We're sorry, Calvin and Hobbes, but as much as we like you, we can't have you interfere with our adventures any longer. We have a destiny to fulfill as we're part of a prophecy, and we don't want you two making things worse, Glory explained. Sorry. Calvin tried not to take it personally, but it hurt to hear. Nevertheless, he nodded understandingly and sighed. I guess I still have to write that book report. At least now you have an adventure to write about when we get back, reminded Hobbes. Yeah, you're right. I can't wait to impress the class with the adventure we had, Calvin said excitedly. Perhaps you two can visit Peril again sometime, Sonny suggested excitedly. Anyway, bye-bye, you two. Bye, Calvin. Bye, Hobbes. Hey, Hobbes, maybe next time I'll let you have 2 cows, laughed Clay. May you ace that report of yours. I believe in you, said Starflight. See you soon, you two. Take a nice bath when you get home, Starflight said. Until we meet again, Calvin and Hobbes, Glory said, winking at Calvin specifically. I'll miss you too, Glory, Calvin said, getting into the book transporter. Well, Hobbes, our adventure was a success. Let's get home and write that book report. Are there any leftover snacks? Asked Hobbes. Calvin sighed. Yes, there's leftovers, but please don't fur up on the way home. Calvin pushed the button, and soon they went into a wormhole. When they reached the end of the wormhole tunnel, they were back in Calvin's room. Epilogue. At school on Friday, the students in Calvin's class were ready to present their book reports. Alright class, your book reports are due today. Who would like to present their book report first? I would, me. Calvin raised his hand frantically. Why, Calvin, it's good to see you so eager. I hope you did a good job for once, said Miss Wormwood. You bet I did. You're all going to love this, Calvin said as he bounded up to the front of the class. I hope I get extra credit for this clear plastic binder I put this in, Calvin thought. Calvin cleared his throat and read his book report. For my book report, I chose Wings of Fire, The Dragonet Prophecy by T. Sutherland. It was a very awesome book, and Hobbes and I got to go inside it for an adventure. We met these 5 dragons named Clay, Tsunami, Glory, Starflight, and Sunny, who were pushed around by this bossy lady dragon named Kestrel. Spaceman Spiff tried to save the day, but then Kestrel said that the dragons couldn't have any cows for dinner. So we snuck out of the den to get some fish and cows to eat, and Tracer Bullet was there too. We got stopped by another bossy lady dragon named Scarlet. She kidnapped my friend Clay and my best friend Hobbes, but we wouldn't give up. I bargained with Scarlet to get Hobbes and Clay back if I beat her champion in a fight. So Stupendous Man tried to slay the champion named Peril to save the day, but Peril burned Stupendous Man's clothes, so Mired Man and Calvin, that's me, had to save the day instead. But Peril knocked me into an arena wall, and I was bruised and could not get up. Apparently though, the champion did not want to win, so we faked my death so we could get to the prison where Hobbes and Clay were. I annoyed the guards with yo mama jokes to get the key, so we flew out of prison but the guards chased us. Spaceman Spiff to the rescue! But then Peril was injured in the wing by a spear and we started falling. But Clay saved us. But Peril was so injured that we had to leave her behind. I miss her. But at least we got back to the den safe and sound. The bossy lady dragon, Kestrel, scolded us again for sneaking out. I wanted to stay with the dragons, but they didn't want us causing further trouble. So we went home, and then I wrote my book report. The end. P.S. Glory is my best friend, other than Hobbes, of course. Calvin, I don't think you understood the assignment at all. Did you even read the book? Miss Wormwood asked. No, he didn't, Miss Wormwood. I've read it, and that's not how the story goes, Susie blurted. Susie, please don't interrupt or you'll go to the principal's office too, Miss Wormwood warned. Sorry, Miss Wormwood, Susie said. You gotta believe me, Miss Wormwood. Susie doesn't know what she's talking about. She's just a dumb girl. This was a real adventure. Hobbes and I could have died, but it was fun. That's enough, Calvin. Your report gets an F. See me after class, and you'll have extra homework. You will do another book report, but do it right, said Miss Wormwood. Calvin slunk back to his seat next to Susie's. And give me my book back. You have no respect for literature, demanded Susie. Fine, take it. I don't want it anymore anyway, he said, handing it back to her. Calvin got home in a sour mood. Did your book report go well? What grade did you get? Asked Mom. An F. You don't understand, Mom. I worked so hard on that book report. She's out to get me, Calvin groaned. Well, If you got an F, it's always for a reason. I bet you were slacking off with your head in the clouds instead of reading the book. Go start on your extra homework. Also, this means no TV for a week. Oh man, can things get any worse? I don't even have the book anymore. Susie wanted it back, Calvin sighed. Well then let's go to the library. I'll take you right now. And this time, you can pick a good book to read as long as it's a chapter book and not scary. Okay, Mom. Calvin trotted to the car with Mom. When they reached the library, Calvin looked around. As it turned out, only the Wings of Fire books caught his eye. In particular, he noticed the book, Wings of Fire, The Lost Heir. He took it off the shelf and looked at it, then glanced over to Hobbes. Hey Hobbes, wanna go on another adventure? The end. Well, that was Calvin and Hobbes meets the Dragonets of Destiny. I read my whole story in just one take, and as you noticed, I lost my breath. Maybe next time I read a story, I should do it in multiple takes. Oh well though. So, if you're a Calvin and Hobbes fan, a Wings of Fire fan, or both, I really hope you enjoyed this story. I tried my best to combine the comedy of Calvin and Hobbes and the intrigue of Wings of Fire, and I'm hoping that I mixed the two perfectly. So, feel free to leave what you thought about the story in the comments. Give me any constructive criticism you might want to add and stuff. Or you can just praise me for writing a good story. That's fine too. Anyway, this is Ethan Horn of the Godly Dragon, signing out. See you in the next video.